Nino Brown Boxing, and I'm back this Tuesday, October 31st, Halloween day. So I just want to give a shout out to the LDBC, let everyone know, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. So today on this Halloween day, I want to have a Halloween inspired video for all the scary folks out there, you know, the ghouls and goblins, all of the monsters and all of that stuff like that. And what I mean by this video is Halloween inspired. Today I want to focus on all the scary ass boxers that are out there today. And by that I mean all them boxers out there that's ducking and dodging, you know, prime opponents, good elite competition, shit like that. So this is a shout out to all my scary fighters. So first things first, I want to go on and talk about a guy that I actually like and I actually respect, but his recent behavior has definitely put him in this category as a ducker, a scared fighter. You know, he's fallen victim to one of these monsters out here. So the first fighter is Shawn Porter, Shawn Showtime Porter, and his dad, Kenny Porter. I can't leave out Kenny Porter. You know, he's the type of guy that want to be in the limelight all the time, and I don't really see anything wrong with it. But my thing is just be consistent to what, you know, to your actions. You always got something to say when it's good. When it's something bad, you know, speak on it as well. Be a man about it, because I truly believe you're that type of guy. All right, whatever. Moving forward, the reason I'm mentioning Shawn Porter is because I've been watching a lot of interviews with the Porters on YouTube lately within the past month or so, a little more or less. And I've noticed a lot of these interviews with Shawn Porter, no one is asking Porter about Errol Spence, and that goes for Shawn and Kenny Porter. I find this to be extremely strange, because in multiple videos and multiple interviews, I've heard the Porters mention they want to fight the best. Shawn Porter even said out of his own mouth he want to fight the best. No disrespect to Adrian Granados, but he want to fight the best. He want to fight Danny Garcia. But I'm thinking like, wait. You want to fight the best? Errol Spence is an undefeated welterweight with the IBF title, your old belt, and you want to fight Danny Garcia, an unproven welterweight there for what? Paulie Malignaggi, Robert Guerrero, and fought for a vacant WBC strap. But you want to fight the best. Like this dude, Danny Garcia, doesn't even have any notable wins at 147 pounds. Now, moving Garcia to the side for the moment, it's bothering me because Kenny Porter put out there that they don't want to fight Errol Spence because they don't want to fight for the IBF strap. Now, I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again because I've never heard anyone else speak on it. But when it comes to that whole notion that they don't want to have anything to do with the IBF, Kenny, Shawn, you don't have to. You don't have to mess with the IBF. It's not mandatory for you to take their title. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to pay those sanction fees. You can knock off the IBF champion and not take that belt. You know, your purse will still be the same like you're fighting for the title. That's not going to change anything. Actually, you'll have more money in your pocket because you're not taking that strap and you're not paying those sanction fees. Now, everyone believes since you beat Errol Spence, if you beat Errol Spence, so if you beat Errol Spence, the man that beat Kell Brook in his backyard, and that's the man that beat you for your title, you are the official champ. Like whoever comes up afterwards and decides that they want to pick up this belt, you know, they're a paper champ in everyone's book. Shawn Porter will be the true IBF champion. He will be one of the top dogs at 147 pounds. But they don't want to go that route. You know, they can definitely take that Canelo approach and say, screw you, IBF. I'm gonna beat your champion. But I'm not gonna take the belt because I don't want nothing to do with y'all. It's not being mentioned enough. Like, and I don't understand it. That approach definitely can be taken by the Porters. But this whole thing of, you know, you fighting the best, it's like, come on now. You don't even really believe that. Yes, you want a rematch with Thurman because Thurman is familiar. You feel like you all beat Thurman, and you know, arguably that was a close fight. I mean, I personally had Thurman winning, but I can definitely see how someone else said Shawn Porter won that fight. It was extremely competitive, and I would love to see a rematch. But if you're being ducked by Danny Garcia, the prime ducker, the #1 cherry picker, why not just fight Spence? Like, please, whoever's out here interviewing the Porters, I don't know if they're telling you guys no Errol Spence questions before you get the interview, but y'all need to, if y'all want to be on y'all journalism shit, like, y'all need to be out here asking these tough questions. I know sometimes that's not necessarily the best thing for you to do if you want to have future interviews with these people. I get it. But, you know, if you want to talk about how you spit facts and you're consistent and you're all about the truth and all of this stuff, like, you know, ask these guys the real questions, these tough questions. You know, people criticize ESPN guys for not, you know, asking Bob Arum or Golden Boy the tough questions. Well, you got a guy in Shawn Porter and Kenny Porter that's out here making these interviews right now. They're not being asked tough questions, what I believe is absolute BS. So moving forward, beyond Shawn Porter, the next scare fighter that, you know, for this Halloween special is Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is the biggest chump at 140 pounds with a notable name, for the simple fact he hasn't fought anybody of note and beat them. Yes, he fought Keith Thurman, but in my opinion, like, he flat out lost that fight. It wasn't even close. And some people may dispute it. Danny Garcia had that phony reaction like he was surprised that Keith Thurman got the decision. Like, that was completely ridiculous, but whatever. Danny Garcia is ducking Shawn Porter. He could have definitely made the fight. He doesn't have a built-in excuse like Keith Thurman. Like, Garcia, you're not coming off of an injury. You and Shawn Porter were both coming off losses against Keith Thurman. You definitely could have made that fight a bounce-back fight. Would have definitely put one of you two guys in the prime position to get a Keith Thurman rematch without a shadow of a doubt, without any doubt in any fan's mind, like, this is the guy that deserves the rematch with Keith Thurman. But, you know, Danny Garcia is ducking and dodging. He won't even mention Errol Spence's name, and then he has the audacity to try to criticize Terrence Crawford and try to make it seem like Crawford needs to come up and make a name for himself at 147 when Garcia, you haven't made a name for yourself at this division. Let's leave that 140-pound shit down at 140, especially when you're talking about Terrence Crawford, because Terrence Crawford definitely accomplished more than you at 140. He beat your boogeyman in Victor Postal, the guy that you paid step-aside money to. So, Danny, come on now. You and your dad need to stop the bullshit and try to act like, you know, you guys out here ready to fight the best. You're not scared. You're ducking and dodging. You're the biggest ducker at 147. You're a scared fighter when it comes to fighting these big names. You're trying to get the payday. I get it. Be about your business. Make your paper. I understand. I truly do. But don't have a big mouth and have your dad signing checks that your ass can't cash, talking shit about Keith Thurman, you know, calling him a nigga, talking about some ponytail this. But when it comes to Errol Spence, you're silent. When it comes to Shawn Porter, you want to say, oh, the contract wasn't sent. Like, man, like, forget all that BS. Like, for real. Like, you know damn well, if you two hit up Al Heyman and y'all went to him collectively and say, Heyman, like, we want each other next. Like, make it happen. Like, he's your advisor / manager. He'll make that fight. I knew he would. He put Adrian Broner in there with Shawn Porter, and Adrian Broner is a bigger cash cow than you, Danny Garcia. So let's stop all the BS and let's just make the fight happen. Yes, we know that Shawn Porter has a fight coming up with Adrian Granados, and now I already know Danny Garcia, he's going to cherry pick and pick him an easy fight coming up next. And yeah, whatever. The same politic BS going to continue for now, but hopefully these guys backed are pushed against a wall, and Keith Thurman puts these guys in a position where they're like, Keith Thurman says it. Keith Thurman talks to Al Heyman and says, you know what? These guys are equally deserving of a shot at me. Make them two fight each other, and I'll guarantee you that I'll fight the winner at such and such date. Even though I want to see Keith Thurman fight Errol Spence, he can definitely make that type of statement, and I feel like they can make it happen, especially if he puts the Danny Garcia Shawn Porter fight on one of his undercards, and the winner gets him in his next fight. I think that would be good. Like, that would be a great scrap. That would be a wonderful card. But, you know, stuff like that, they probably won't do it. But, you know, it is what it is. They can definitely put that type of card on Showtime. Moving forward, another guy that I feel like he's the biggest. He's not as scared as Danny Garcia, but he does a lot of talking. You know, he tried to use his gift of gab to slick talk his way out of the pressure, and that's Adrian Broner. Like, Adrian Broner talked a lot of shit. He always says he's not afraid to get in there with anybody. But you know what? Lately, I'm starting to question that, because a lot of these guys, a lot of these black fighters that I know, and we all know, that will crush Adrian Broner with no problem, he doesn't mention their name. Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. Shit, he said he'll want a rematch with Shawn Porter, but recently I haven't heard AB calling out Shawn Porter. But we know how that shit works. Well, that's my segment for today. My Halloween scare fighters. So if you celebrate Halloween, happy Halloween. I really don't. I just wanted to use this particular day to shed some light on all the scare fighters right now. I may come out with a part 2 to the video. I may not. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe. This is Nino Brown Boxing. I'm out.